What if I told you that Alexander the Great, fresh off to monumental victories, was about to face a challenge that could shatter his dreams of conquest? That his third great battle would not only test his military genius, but cement his legacy as one of the most formidable commanders in history. This is the story of the Battle of Gaugamela, where Alexander, with a smaller, outnumbered army, took on the might of the Persian Empire, led by King Darius III, on the vast plains of modern-day Iraq. A battle that would ultimately decide the fate of the Persian Empire, shaping the world in ways few could have predicted. But what happened on that fateful day in 331 BC that led to Alexander's decisive victory? And how did this young Macedonian king, against all odds, bring the mighty Persians to their knees? Stay with us as we uncover the incredible tactics, the personal courage, and the moment that changed the course of history forever. The setting for Alexander's third great victory is nothing short of epic. The Persian king, Darius III, had learned from his earlier defeats and was ready to face Alexander one final time. Determined not to repeat past mistakes, Darius chose the perfect battleground, a vast, flat plain near the village of Gaugamela, where his army could fully deploy its numerical advantage. Darius assembled one of the largest forces ever seen: infantry, archers, cavalry, and even more elephants, all positioned to overwhelm the Macedonian army. By sheer numbers alone, Darius should have crushed Alexander. But what Darius didn't account for was Alexander's brilliance in both strategy and psychological warfare. As dawn broke on October 1, 331 BC, Alexander's army, vastly outnumbered but fiercely disciplined, stood ready. Around 47,000 Macedonians versus Darius' massive force of nearly 100,000. The odds were staggering. Darius' plan was simple: use his massive numbers to encircle and crush Alexander's army. But Alexander had a plan of his own, and it was anything but simple. The battle began with a massive charge from the Persian cavalry, attempting to break through Alexander's flanks. But Alexander, always thinking several steps ahead, had prepared for this. His cavalry, under the command of Parmenion, held their ground fiercely, while Alexander himself led a carefully calculated, daring maneuver. Riding at the head of his elite companion cavalry, Alexander performed a brilliant flanking attack, creating a gap in the Persian line. This wasn't just any attack, it was a feint retreat that lured Darius' forces into chaos. As the Persian army broke formation to chase Alexander's cavalry, he suddenly wheeled around and struck at the heart of the Persian defenses. The timing was perfect. Alexander's charge sliced through the disorganized Persian ranks, creating panic in Darius' center. And then came the critical moment. As Alexander closed in on Darius himself, the Persian king panicked and fled the battlefield. The sight of their king fleeing caused the Persian forces to lose heart. But this was no simple victory. Darius had left behind a formidable army still fighting on the flanks, particularly against Parmenion's forces, who were in danger of being overwhelmed. Alexander, despite the temptation to pursue the fleeing king, made a crucial decision. He turned back to support his troops, ensuring that no part of his army would be left vulnerable. In doing so, Alexander not only secured a complete victory, but also cemented his reputation as a leader who never abandoned his men, even in the heat of triumph. The Battle of Gaugamela wasn't just another victory for Alexander, it was a turning point in world history. Darius III, defeated and humiliated, would never regain his throne. The once mighty Persian Empire, which had ruled for centuries, now lay shattered. And Alexander, the young Macedonian king, stood on the brink of fulfilling his dream to become the master of all Persia and beyond. But this victory was more than just a military triumph. It was a testament to Alexander's brilliance, his ability to inspire his troops, and his willingness to adapt and think on his feet in the heat of battle. He didn't just win by force, he won by outsmarting one of the largest armies the ancient world had ever seen. What do you think of Alexander's strategy at Gaugamela? Could Darius have done anything differently, or was this a battle he was destined to lose? Let us know your thoughts in the comments, and if you're as fascinated by the stories of history's greatest battles as we are, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Join us next time as we continue our journey through history's most epic confrontations, where one decision can change the fate of empires. Thank you for watching, and remember, greatness isn't just about winning battles, it's about how you fight them.